Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to SATAL 2021. I, as always, am your host, Moltar, and we are here for a twofer. The doubleheader getting things started is going to be 14th VFS and Bravo Squadron. I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm ready this morning. I think I got everything ready. So those that are here to watch me screw up, hopefully you'll be pleasantly surprised, because hopefully we are moving in the right direction. I put in some new commands into the Streamlabs bot so you guys can get standings and schedules. I posted them on the Discord, and you guys can keep track of how all of that is going down. So we're constantly moving in a lot of the right direction. SATAL, as some of you may know, in DCS World Events, is a lot of moving pieces, and we have a very small team. And I like to screw things up, which a lot of you have come to understand. So we are here, perpetually fucking things up, and hopefully moving in the right direction, getting more and more brought into SATAL, and getting these teams more organized, getting us more organized, and making the action better for all of you. Lunkwold, is that tooth? Does that mean something? Should I know what that means? I'm concerned. Teeth falling out, it's like a nightmare. Why are you posting teeth? Lies. It wouldn't be SATAL without stream without screw-ups? Dude, yeah, I know. But we can all strive for something. We can all strive for perfection, even if we don't think we're ever going to make it there. Imagine Moltar wearing an F this t-shirt. Dude, that'd be sweet. Tempest dropped 118 bits yesterday. I don't think I shouted out to him. Rusty, did I shout out to him? I don't know if I did, but thanks for that, guys. And then Smooth Dangles 18 hours ago. Thank you for the Prime sub. Much appreciated for the contributions to the stream. But we got a two for 14th VFS and Bravo Squadron getting us started in Diamond League 6v6, and then Gold League 4v4 we'll pick up with Team Wadafak and Task Force Trident. So hopefully, no screw-ups. We're going to get things started with Supercut. SATAL action, kick it off right after this. See, guys, I already screwed something up. It didn't take me very long to mess that up, okay? For whatever reason, OBS decided it wanted to use a different, a different supercut. So we're going to fix that. What did you use, OBS? Why did you use that one? Why? Why? Why have you done this to me? You've done this, and I don't like it. So we're going to fix this. Good old times. Good old times. We'll do that. And then we will fix this one, because this one's supposed to be this. Okay, let's try that again. Take two, as Shifty Mover says. Let's try it again. Enjoy this one, hopefully. We did it. I fixed it. We got it going. OBS didn't like me this morning. OBS and I have a love-hate relationship, but we get through it eventually. We get there at some point. Some point. But 14th VFS against Bravo Squadron. We're finally in the pit. These guys are taking active. So we see Bravo Squadron taxiing Top Hatters 20 Adler. Interesting. Doesn't have the Bravo. Is that a mercenary? Who's Top Hatters? For Bravo Squadrons. Anybody know? Let's talk about who is flying in today's matchups. The 14th VFS Samurais being represented by 6 F-16s. 6, count them. 6 F-16s. Kraut, Cookie, Steiny, Miru, Single Shot, and Mockel. All F-16s. So they're going to have a pretty good data link picture. And then Bravo Squadron, 4 F-16s. Miha Pronin, Predator, Bobcat, and Strangers. 1 F-14 Top Hatters 200, and then Marcus in the lone F-18. So SA advantage going to 14th VFS, missile advantage, weapons advantage going to Bravo Squadron. One of the guys hanging out with them, not a member of Merc as far as I know. All right, well, Archer answered that question. Okay. Well, that's good. Glad we got that cleared up. Speaking of Top Hatters, we will take a look at him coming in here. I did download a new version of the overlay, so we are going to constantly work on that. Archer, or not Archer, Akagi, if you're here, can we take out the icons and shrink them down? Can we make them smaller? We talked about Fox 3, Fox 1, Fox 2, right? Or does it go? Yeah, that's how it should go. Fox 2's last, Fox 3, Fox 1, and then Fox 2. So can we change that in the overlay and get rid of the icons so we can, and then push the overlay more to the sides, so shrink it down even more? You know, we just kind of got to say, I don't know what to do about the Rios. The Rios are just, if you got a Rio, we spoke about this a while ago, ladies and gentlemen. If you're a Tomcat and you got a Rio, put the Rio's name in your name when you join the server. But make sure it's not super long that it's going to screw up the overlay. So try and make it smaller so that it fits. You can see roughly how big the overlay is. So you can do like Bravo, Miha Pronin, and Bobcat, right? And that would fit pretty well. But don't do Bravo, Miha Pronin, and Bravo, Bobcat, or whatever. You don't need the squadron Acular twice, all right? So let's try and shrink everything down to make it as condensed as possible so we can get Rios on the overlay. Because as Raptor Dad says, Rios' lives matter. They are important. They are just as important as everybody else. Just as important. We got to make sure that they're taken care of and their rights are not infringed upon. All right? Rios' lives matter. RLM. Should get a shirt. Also, new refresh rate on the overlay. I didn't think it was slow. I mean, was it that slow earlier? Was it that bad? I didn't think it was bad. Chat, what did you think? Did Akagi do a terrible job and it was just super slow? Rio's unsung heroes of Tomcat? Yeah, definitely. I think they're critical to the Tomcat because Jester sucks dookie. I mean, Jester's awful. Jester encounters any type of resistance or adversity, and he goes, pew, pew, see you later, and jumps out of your cockpit. I mean, what a loser Jester is. What a loser. So these guys should be taken off. My notes say 1,600 for departure, or 1,600 minutes. So not 1,600, but 16 minutes past the hour should be departure for these guys. So it looks like Bravo Squadron's leaving. Looks like 14th VFS is leaving. So these guys are a-rolling. Don't bully Jester. Dude, Jester sucks ass. I can bully Jester if I want to bully Jester. So these guys are departing. It is 14th VFS against Bravo Squadron. This is what the arena today looks like. It is a Napa versus Maycop. So not very spread out. Distance between the two airfields is 115 miles. So actually yesterday's Nelchik against Kataisi was shorter than this one, surprisingly enough. Was shorter than this one. Lumengo says DCS F-14 needs 2 additional features, a button up front to eject the Rio, and a switch to prevent him from leaving the aircraft. That sounds like a good suggestion. You should put that on the suggestion list for Heatblur. That sounds solid enough. But 115 miles separate Anapa from Maycop. All F-16s for 14th VFS. 4 F-16s, 118 and 114 for Bravo Squadron. So Bravo Squadron, like we said earlier, they've got the longer sticks. And that F-18, if we can find him, F-18 for Bravo, here he is. So the F-18 for Bravo has got 10 AMRAAMs. 10 AMRAAMs on the Hornet bus. So all the missiles being brought to the party by Marcus. All the sticks. And these are not party sticks. These are death sticks. I mean, the party sticks if you're the shooter. They're death sticks if you're on the receiving end. They're going to be looking for the booty. They smell it, they're going to find it, and they're going to want to stick it in it. So Marcus is bringing them all to the yard. Bravo Squadron also has top hatters. Oop, I just passed him. Top hatters in the F-14, who is rocking those 6 Phoenix. No idea what type of Phoenix they are. Ken says Booty Bandits. That should be a squadron name, the Booty Bandits. That'd be a solid squadron name. Do we know if they ever add the AIM-120D to DCS? I highly doubt it, Warhawk. It's too new. We may get the C7. We have the 120C we have right now is the C5, we think. We may get the C7. Not that they're accurately portrayed. I don't know what's accurately portrayed or not. I mean, I don't know anything about missiles. And a lot of it's classified, so who knows? But supposedly the one that we have in the sim is the C5. So maybe we'll get the C7 at some point. That could legit be reduced to boob. Booty Bandits. Oh, booby. Save the booty. Save the booby. So we got Rio's Lives Matter. We got booby. You know, we're just coming up with all the terms and the acronyms here today for this matchup. Who's leading the way for both these teams? So we've got Alder and Strangers coming in lead for Bravo Squadron, and then Kraut and who is his other guy? Who is this? Who are you? Something shot. I can't tell who you are. Kraut's name is hiding you. Single shot. That's who you are. Leading the way for 14th VFS. Tomcat is a little loud, so we'll turn that down. AIM 54, it is a Mark 60 coming off from Top Hatter. Not sure if he's got a Rio. Does Top Hatter have a Rio? Can't tell from here. I always assume they do, but who knows? So AIM 54 out from Top Hatter. Top Hatter is in the lead on the bottom part of this formation. So you guys can see him here on TAC View. He is right here. Down there. Bottom, well, he's not in the lead. He's got Strangers out in front. So he's going to be the trail side lead something of Bravo Squadron's formation. He's the lead of the rear echelon, I guess is what we'll call it. But he puts an AIM 54 out. It's at 40,000 feet, Mach 2.8. And it's hanging out there, slowly decelerating. Now it just had its aneurysm. Now it's rapidly decelerating as it looks to be heading towards the 2-ship of Single Shot and Kraut. They may see it. Single Shot now breaking off to the north, maybe trying to notch it. Kraut carrying on Mach 1.15 towards the west. Mocha up here to the north, 34,000 feet. Miru, 34,000 feet. Single Shot, 30. Kraut, 25. And I think the missile's actually on Kraut because he's dumped some altitude here. Cookie, 32. Steiny, 34. So everybody for 14th VFS is right around 34,000 feet. Bravo Squadron, 25. 18. Predators, 26. Top Hatter, 32. Marcus, 29. Mia Pronin, 31. So a little bit of an altitude advantage going to 14th VFS to the Samurais, but is it worth anything? No, it's pretty marginal. No jet sounds. Really? I got jet sounds. I swear to God. Let's fix this. Now you got jet sounds. So let's check all these just to make sure. OBS, I swear to God, is sometimes it's the greatest program known to man, and sometimes it's the worst program known to man. So I'm just checking all of these cameras, making sure they all work. Yes, they do. So it seems like we're good to go. Everything should be turned up and ready to rock. So these guys are continuing to ingress. The only missile that has been launched so far is the AIM-54, and it was on Kraut. And it's garbage now. 0.8 Mach, cruising. Not really for a bruising anymore because it can't do anything. It can't turn, can't do anything. Just Grandpa out for a drive, and eventually Grandpa's going to run into a wall. That's where this missile is going. When it runs out of energy, loses its way enough on some type of medication, it will eventually run into a wall and kill itself. That may be morbid. I am sorry if something happened to your grandfather, but that was just the first thing that came to my mind. Charlie out. Yeah, 120 out from Cookie. That's going to be probably on the top header. Mia Pronin now pushing down in the south at his F-16 for Bravo Squadron. Here he is. 6-6 on his jet with the center line tank against Steiny and Kraut. Banking away now. Make sure everybody's awake. Good morning. Mia Pronin now diving away. We can see him on the upper left in the TAC view. Marcus now defending in his F-18. And Miru up in the center of this engagement area, and his F-16's got 5-6 left. He is now pushing Mach 1.7. No, Mach 1, he desynced there a little bit and had some lag. Got an AIM-54 now out from top hatter. It's a Mark 60. We'll ride along with that one for a little bit. We'll put it on the pip here in a bit as things continue to press. Now we've got Miru up in the main part of this fight, defending against a 120 from Predator. I think he's going to be okay, especially with this lag, to be able to get the hell out of the way of this missile. But it's on his left. There it is, 1.1 miles away, and Miru is having a spasm. As he tries to get away from this missile, he's going to do so. He's going to get away from it, and the Mark 60 we see in the upper right corner flies into the ground. So that missile's, neither of those come into effect. We're going to stay with Miru on camera one. He launches at 120. And that one is going to be on to Marcus. We'll pick up with Marcus in the AMRAAM bus. Marcus launched a 120 in retaliation onto Miru. It's not on Miru. It's going to be on Single Shot or Mocha. And then Strangers, Alder, and Mia Pronin down to the south are trying to make something happen. So I think we will rejoin them down there. We'll pick up with Kraut. Kraut and his F-16, 5-6 on his jet, 2 bags, trying to make something happen down here to the south. So he's coming in, north side of this 3-ship on 3-ship engagement. Strangers now hot for Bravo Squadron. Here's Strangers. He's got a Singleton AIM-9. We saw the AIM-9 come into play yesterday and actually make something happen. That 120 is going to be out onto Cookie. Cookie is defending down to the south for 14th VFS. Here he is going low. Is he going to be able to notch that 120? It's coming in for him. Where is it? And line is sighted. So he gets away from that one. Going back up to take a look at Kraut. Just saw 120 coming off of Kraut's aircraft. That one's going to be on Mia Pronin. So Mia Pronin defending now from the 120 from Kraut. Mia Pronin probably needs to think about getting rid of the center line. Is he? No, he's still got gas in the center line, judging by what's going on from the overlay. So Mia Pronin now running away. Strangers now picking up the ingress from Mia Pronin. We're staying down here to the south. Here is Strangers picking up that ingress. Meanwhile, down to the south for Bravos, or for 14th VFS, we got a 120 coming out from Steiny. Let's ride along with that one. Here's that 120 from Steiny coming in onto Strangers. Strangers is desyncing. Desyncing. And goodbye! Go Strangers as the missile plows into Strangers' aircraft. Strangers is gone. Let's take a moment and check out the TAC view and see how everything lines up. So Strangers lagged out. Something happened. He became a UFO and stopped moving. Missile plowed into his booty from the booty bandit of Steiny. And that means that Bravo Squadron is down to 5 pilots, while 14th VFS has 6. So Cookie now, I think this is where we need to look here in a moment, because this is a pretty big stalemate, 3v4 up here to the north. But Cookie now coming in on Mia Pronin, and if 14th VFS realizes that they've got a 3v1, this could spell disaster for Bravo Squadron and Mia Pronin. We're going to pick up with Mia Pronin here right now. Here we go. So Mia Pronin running from Cookie. Can we see Cookie? Cookie's going to be on his right side. Back there, there's the 120 from Cookie. It is a moving under 1 mile, coming up on half mile. Mia Pronin needs to do something. Do it now. Whoa, he is gone. So 14th VFS capitalizing on the shenanigans down to the south. The UFO that Strangers turned himself into spells disaster for these Bravo Squadron combatants. Now moving up to the north with Marcus. So Marcus pushing away from 14th VFS up here to the north. Predator moving south to north here for Bravo Squadron, trying to get away. But 14th VFS, I think, realizes that they've got something going on and they can press. And they're going to press hard. So Marcus now recommitting, launches a 120. That's going to be on the 18 of Miru. Miru gets away from it low, so here is Miru diving down to the ground. Marcus going back to him. Missile flew by his jet. He needs a bump. Oh, it did hit him. So Marcus gets taken down. Now moving over to Bobcat, who I just saw a missile come off from. That missile from Bobcat looks like it's going on to Mocha. Mocha needs to defend. He's not being aggressive. Half mile, and goodbye, Mocha. Another missile coming up on a single shot. It's again from Bobcat. Single shot gets taken down, so Bobcat gets Bravo Squadron back into this with the quick double kill. How many we got remaining for both of these teams? We've got 4 for 14th VFS and 3 for from Bravo Squadron. So Kraut, Steiny, Cookie, and Miru remaining for 14th VFS. Bravo's got Predator, Bobcat, and Alder. Bobcat on the back of the double kill on Mocha and single shot gets his team back into it after the catastrophic start for Bravo Squadron. Who are we going to ride along with? I think Predator's going to be the man here. He is in the thick of it. So here is Predator and Cookie. We're actually going to put Cookie on here. Cookie just launched a 120. So there's Cookie. And who else should we put on here? Chat, got any suggestions? Why not Alder? Alder's recommitting in the Tomcat. We haven't seen much from the Tomcat yet. We're going to bring all these guys up. Here we go. So everybody's cruising. 120 out from Cookie onto Predator. That didn't track. Predator trying to run away and build him some space. Top Hatter has broken away in the F-14. Everyone but Bobcat is hot. Everyone but Bobcat for 14th VFS. Sorry, is cold. So Bobcat now coming back in. Bobcat's going to be in the bottom left screen. 120 now out from Steiny onto Predator. Predator is low, trying to make something happen, driving away from that 120. I'm going to fix the tack view now. So driving away from that. Cookie coming in on the flank of Predator. Predator now recommitting onto Cookie. 120 now out from Predator, 120 out from Cookie. We're staying with split screen because I think this may be an exchange. Cookie gets taken down. Predator gets taken down. Pausing so we don't miss anything. So that was a quick exchange between Cookie and Predator. Trading. We're down to a 2v3, and this match has been action-packed. We can see here that Bobcat was foxing onto Cookie. Steiny was foxing onto Predator. So I think both those guys would have died regardless. But man, things are happening in a very, very quick fashion here. And Kraut looks like he's in a very good position coming in on the south, from the south onto Bobcat on Bobcat's left flank. We're going to pick up with him. Here we go. So riding along now with Kraut coming in from altitude onto Bobcat. Does he see him? So Bobcat is down below him. Now flying over comes Kraut. Doesn't see him. Kraut continuing up onto Top Hatter. So Top Hatter head on with Kraut. Kraut launches a 120, going over to Top Hatter now. 120 under a mile. Top Hatter doesn't get away. Missile continues to find him and plows into Top Hatter's booty. Kraut gets the next kill, and Bobcat is all alone. Bobcat finds himself all by himself. That's where we pick up. He's in the merge with Kraut. Kraut, I don't think, sees him. Steiny now coming in onto the 6 here. Does Steiny see him? I think Steiny does. Missile out from Steiny onto Bobcat. Bobcat gets a 120 off. Missile's going to plow into Bobcat, I think. Here it comes. And goodbye goes Bobcat. He is down. And did one of the guys from... No, everybody from 14th VFS lived. So, damn. What a round that turned out to be. I think we caught it all with how everything went down there. Let's back up and see how everything transpired. So this is really when things started to go. We got 2 3-ship engagements developing here. Steiny gets things started down to the south for 14th VFS. And I think the advantage for 14th VFS comes mainly because of their aggression. I mean, look at how many hot pilots they have in comparison to the same 3-ship for Bravo Squadron. 3 versus 0. 0, the big fat goose egg of hot aircraft for Bravo Squadron. That allows 14th VFS to be hugely aggressive, close the distance, and continue to put pressure on Bravo Squadron. So as soon as 14th recognizes that they're no longer being pressed, they're recommitting into these engagements and making things happen. Strangers goes down by Steiny. Cookie takes down Mia Pronin. And to compound that, Top Hatters, who was originally down here in the southern 3-ship, decided to come up here and help the northern 3-ship. So 2v3 down there. Strangers and Mia Pronin both get taken down, and then Marcus gets hit, I think, by a desynced missile. Yeah, so it was a 120 from Miru that actually took Marcus down. It was desynced, but it hit Marcus. So it's a 3v6 right now. And I got to give credit to Bravo Squadron for bringing it back from 3v6. Bobcat gets 2, Predator gets 1, uncontested, and no response from 14th VFS to get them back in the game. But then 14th has enough of that, finishes the round out. And I think it's just on the back of this aggression. The aggression is what I really think gave 14th VFS the advantage. They come out with 3 pilots remaining, giving them the round 1 victory. So I'm going to get round 2 set up. We're going to have more SATAL action here in just a moment. 14th VFS against Bravo Squadron. Let's make up 14th VFS against Bravo Squadron. A lot of 16s, and what mayhem that was in round 1. Just utter desolation and aggression being brought by 14th VFS, coming out with 3 pilots still alive. Does Bravo Squadron have it in it to take it and bring it back here in round 2, send us to round 3? I don't know. I don't know, but we're going to see. We are going to see. What is going on here? Why you no work? Because you're probably over there. Nope. Oh, because we're on the transition. There we go. So who is representing these teams? 14th VFS got Kraut, Cookie, Steiny, Miru, Single Shot, and Mocha. LG is just a tag, I guess, at the end. And then Bravo Squadron is Mia Pronin, Top Hatter, Marcus, Predator, Bobcat, and Strangers. The Tomcat for Bravo Squadron and Top Hatter didn't really do much. Didn't do much in that one. So there was no sound in the opening scene. Okay. Sorry, I had to... Oh, Navy Doc. Oh, he hates that song that much. He mutes it. I should give you alternative music that you can play the trailer to. Is there a command to get the info for TACView Live? Just do ! TACView, and it'll give it to you. You can get the IP and the port to be able to connect to my machine so you can ride along if you have TACView Advanced and drive your own camera. If you don't have TACView Advanced, you can I don't remember what the command is, actually. But there's a coupon code where you can get 10% off Attack View Advanced, brought to you by Attack View. Skin Showcase music playing in the background. Is it? I can't really hear it after all of these jets sitting here on the runway. Oh, yeah, it is. I hear it now. These guys should be departing here any moment. There they go. Here goes Bobcat. And I see Miru having a little bit of lag again here in round 2. So Miru had some lag in round 1. I don't know that it impacted anything. If that continues, we'll have to look at that. Archer says, let's go, Bravo. Have to see. Have to see if they got it in them to come back here in round 2. Bravo's Archer seems to think they do. Kraut flying wing lead for single shot over his shoulder. And as these guys have departed, let's bring the overlay and tack view back up. Reminder, this is a Napa against Maycop. 100 miles separate these two, or 115 miles roundabouts. Need tack view. Jaster got it right. How do you remember that? Oh, because he's a mod and probably knew the command. But 115 miles. Bravo Squadron's got to figure out a way to get their Tomcat into this matchup. You got to get the long sticks, either to put the fear into your opposition and force them onto the defensive, or to get kills. And top header shots coming with the AIM 54, I think they were too far away to be really effective. Too far away to be really effective. You got to wait a little bit, find those higher PK shots to make something work. So that's a big one for Bravo Squadron. 14th, I think they got to continue to be aggressive, but not be aggressive to the point that the Tomcat can take them down. If they're aggressive and they isolate themselves, they are going to be sitting ducks for Bravo Squadron. Bravo, Spence says long sticks got to penetrate deep into enemy territory. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Top Outer getting the fight or RTB. Navy, I agree. He's got to get in there somehow. Be more aggressive and don't be afraid. The Phoenix is a force to be reckoned with if used aggressively. Top headers just got to find a way to make it work. Lumen, yeah, live tack view is amazing. That we implemented this, and being able to drive your own camera as this goes on. It stops when I stop, all that stuff. Couple that with the overlay on the stream, getting all of the weapons info, the fuel info, all of that stuff is huge for making this more digestible. There's a lot of stuff that happens on these streams very, very quickly. And if you don't have this information at your fingertips, it becomes very difficult to keep track of it all. I also really like the feature of having the icons for each specific jet so that you know what jet each person is flying. I think that helps immensely too. Marcus has his nav lights on. Well, in his defense, GameStop, I don't think he needs to necessarily fence in yet. We'll have to see if he fence checks and turns those lights off, because usually I carry my lights on and don't do my missile arm until I'm getting closer to the fight, so I don't accidentally shoot something. It's part of my fence check, all that stuff. So I would have my lights on at this point probably too, so I can't give him too much crap, if any crap, about that. The key here is, will he remember to turn them off? Archer, it's just habit. Just habit that I turn my lights on the ground when I'm ready to go. I go through the same procedure every time. And I think lights on even during the day, they're not hurting anything. right? I don't think it matters. It seems in DCS, all 18 jocks fly with their lights on. It's Chad mode. You're just asserting your dominance, Lumen. That's what they're doing. They're making sure that everybody knows what a badass they are. Tank just saw come off from Predator. We see it falling away. Yeah, there it is. Falling away back there, just of his left horizontal stab. Teams here, Steiny and Cookie up to the north in the two-ship, Kraut and Single Shot in the center, Miru and they changed pilots, Ares here at the south, so they did have a little bit of a pilot change. I don't remember Ares being in that last matchup. Bravo Squadron, meanwhile, is kind of in two lines, sort of. Maybe, kind of, but not really. They're just all over the place. Top Hatter with the first AIM 54 off. This is about the same position that we saw this thing come off last round. On the opposite side, coming out of Annapolis. So it was a long-range missile. I'd like to see him higher and faster. He's at 28,000 feet, Mach 0.9. So 40,000 feet, Mach 1.1, I think is entirely possible. Him being this low, look how slow the AIM 54 already is. It didn't go above 28,000 feet. You gotta impart as much altitude and energy onto your shots if you're gonna take these long heaves like Top Hatter just did. Got a 120 exchange coming down from the south between Miru, Bobcat, and Marcus. 120 from Miru, 120, I think, from Bobcat. This 120 it looks like it's on Marcus. It's going to fly right over Bobcat. Here is Marcus defending now, not diving, recognizing that, hey, I don't need to. Oh, the missile's actually coming down now onto Bobcat, and is it going to be painful? Is it going to be the ballistic enema for Bobcat? No. He's going to get away from that one. So recognizes, hey, I got a missile on me. But lucky for him, the missile was already pretty slow. So he's able to get away from that one without too much of a hassle. Strangers now dragging a 120. Not sure if that one's even tracking. Doesn't look like it is anymore. Mia Pronin now coming into the center. Grab him and see what he's got going on. We saw him last round with the center line tank. So he goes through the wing tanks first and then keeps the center line. He's got a 120 coming from Kraut onto his jet. Probably getting the missile warning right about now as he dives through 12,000 feet, Mach 1.25. Now taking evasive action, bank turning away, missiles down to Mach 2, and it is going to bleed tons of energy as it tries to stay with Mia Pronin in this turn. Missiles now down to bleed. It's bled half a Mach down to Mach 1.4, 1.3, and decelerating. We see it 4 miles behind him, splashing into the lake. Lots of missiles out to 14th VFS. I am worried about their missile rationing. They may very well find themselves in a position where they're not going to have munitions left to shoot at their opponent. Marcus, dragging 120s. Predator trying to make something happen as he comes back in. So here's Predator. High altitude, not really, 12,000 feet, 540 knots, Mach 1. No missiles launched at him yet. Closest one to him looks like it's tracking Marcus. Marcus is here in the top right corner, defending the incoming AMRAAMs. Closest threat to Marcus is 1.8 Mach. Bobcat now defending a 120. So Bravo Squadron doing a pretty good job of not wasting a ton of weapons and just waiting. Just saw a missile come off from Predator. That one's going to be on Miru. Miru needs to take defensive action. He indeed is. Is he going to notch it? Is he going to notch it? The missile's still Mach 2.2. This thing may be a potential problem. Mach 0.15, and it's not going to be able to stay with him. So Miru actually went up, bled a lot of that missile's last remaining energy. Missile gets within half a mile and then just doesn't have enough juice to catch him. That one got pretty close for Miru, but look at all the missiles coming off from 14th. they're not going to have anything left. Bravo Squadron just seems to be biding their time. 14th launching missiles out of aggression, but they're not pressing. And this could spell a no-win situation for 14th if this carries on. Predator just launched another missile. That one is going to be going up at Miru. Miru responded with a missile of his own, and actually the missile's going down at single shot. Here is single shot defending. Is he going to be able to go away from it? No! He gets taken down, so Predator, one of the Bravo Squadron guys biding his time, gets the shot, takes it onto single shot, and single shot is in pieces. Removed from combat here. Bravo Squadron finds themselves up a man as this round continues to unfold. We now have a missile onto Kraut. Let's ride along with him. Kraut going through a split S, diving away from this missile that was launched from, I think, Bobcat. And the missile's gonna be, do we see it? It's somewhere. Is that it? No. There it is. So just doesn't have enough energy to climb up with him. And now we've got a missile coming up onto Cookie. Here is Cookie as Cookie defends, tries to get away from an incoming threat. I think he's going to be able to do it. And Bobcat now coming in against Ares. Bobcat just unleashed this AMRAAM onto Ares, and Ares needs to get in the notch. He needs to do it quickly. This missile rapidly closes, going to hit him over Mach 2, and Ares goes down. So Ares is gone. Things continuing to deteriorate for 14th VFS. Cookie driving away. Miru just launching a 120 here in the... Oh, Cookie flew into the ground. So let's pause this and take a look at what's going on so far in the match. So Cookie, that is 3 aircraft for 14th VFS that have gone down. Single shot Ares, and Cookie just said, I can't take any more of this. Takes the ground to Plowtown. He's gone. That means we'll have Steiny, Miru, and Kraut remaining. Marcus, Predator, Alder, Mihapronin, and Strangers remaining for Bravo. Looks like Miru was able to take down Bobcat. Yeah, so here's the engagement with Miru and Bobcat. Miru just launches, pulls through an pull, and it smacks Bobcat right in the face. So he goes down, but Bobcat did get a missile off, and that is on Steiny, so I think that's where we need to pick up. AMRAAM coming in from Bobcat from the grave onto Steiny. Is that going to be potential? Is that going to be able to make something happen? That's where we're going to pick up. Here we go. Missile from Bobcat plows into Steiny from the grave. Bravo Squadron's Bobcat able to make something happen. Predator now recommitting. Just saw a missile come off from Marcus. Missile off from Marcus. We're going to put these on a split screen. Predator recommitting. 120 out from Marcus onto Kraut. Kraut trying to defend. Drives it into the ground. So Predator and Marcus down here to the south. And then we've got Miru and Kraut being the only ones remaining for 14th VFS. Missile out from Alder onto Miru. It's an AIM-54. That flies over the head. Miru merged with Predator, but he gets taken down, which means Kraut is the only one left. And he's driving away, trying to get the hell out of Dodge against the gaggle of Bravo Squadron combatants. He's turning against an AIM-54, and he gets hit by the AIM-54 that had his name written all over it. So Top Hatter able to make something happen, though it was the last contact. Bravo Squadron's Tomcat finally gets on the board. And maybe it was Alder. And that F-14. Oh, that is Top Hatter. That is Alder. Okay. So AIM-54 finally makes something happen. Takes down Kraut, who is the last remaining combatant for 14th. We're going to TAC View to see how this unfolds. But I think it just was a case of 14th not being as aggressive as they were. You can see they're launching a lot of weapons. Lots of weapons coming off, but they're just not pressing. They're not pressing when they find these openings. When everybody's cold, they just turn around. They're also losing SA. We can see Bobcat finding an alone Ares that doesn't know he's there. Co-altitude shot, probably relying too much on data link. Ares gets taken down. Predator outrunning 120s, gets away from a close one from Miru. Bobcat doing a lot of what 14th was doing last round, finds an opening and just presses. Now this one, yes, he did get taken down, but he took Steiny down. When you're at a man advantage, a trade isn't necessarily a bad thing. Because if you can take any of your opponents down when you have the advantage, you're continuing that advantage while simultaneously pushing your team closer and closer to a round victory, which in turn pushes you closer to a match victory. These are two very evenly matched teams. Yes, yeah, they are. So AIM 54 out from Alder in the air before Miro goes down. Miro goes down, and then Kraut just commits into this. Bank turn, doesn't see it, and it smacks him right in the face. So Kraut, last man standing for 14th VFS. Bravo Squadron takes round 2, which means going to round 3. The thing we all love, round 3 action, 14th VFS against Bravo Squadron. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Round 3, 14th VFS against Bravo Squadron. Who is taking this one? This is the winner takes all round. The last round of a best of 3. And Bravo Squadron looked pretty dominant after that round 2. They didn't look great in round 1, but they seem to have made changes here in round 2 that have worked to their advantage. So whatever they did, they saved weapons, they were more aggressive. Whatever chat they had seems to have worked out well for them. 14th VFS almost seemed like they didn't have any weapons left towards the later parts of that round. They launched so many missiles at the opening parts of round 2, and Bravo Squadron did a damn good job of not overcommitting when those missiles were headed their way, that I think part of the 14th's issue was a lack of weapons and a lack of pressing like they did in round 1 when they had an opening. Now, the lack of pressing could have been at the behest of Bravo Squadron's better commitment into pressing an SA. So round 1, Bravo Squadron looked like they had no idea what was going on. Round 2, Bravo Squadron looked like a veteran to competitive DCS. They figured something out. They made some changes doing something. I don't know what they did, but it worked. And Bravo Squadron came out, got the W in round 2, and now it's 14th VFS that's on the back foot. Bravo Squadron looked dominant in round 2. Finishing that round with, I think, 5 pilots remaining. 5. Can they continue on this strain of dominance after round 2 here into round 3, or is it going to be a downhill slide for them into the muddy swallows that 14th VFS is going to try to put them in? I always say that the second team, the team that wins round 2 going into round 3, I always think has an advantage. So in my opinion, Bravo Squadron is going to have the advantage coming into round 2. They've got the morale. They've got the momentum. It is their match to lose. 14th VFS has a serious uphill fight. Major uphill fight in this round 3. It's a great Navy Doc. You're skipping working out to watch me? I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Notes say departure should be at minute 16, which should be any moment now. We hear these guys spooling up. There it is. Turkey feathers tighten up. They are departing. from their airfields. 14th VFS is at Maycop. Bravo Squadron's at Napa. They switch sides each round. Something else I do want to point out is that Napa has won each one of these rounds. Sorry, Maycop has won each one of these rounds. Round 1. Was that right? Round 1 was won by 14th VFS. They were at Napa. No, I'm wrong. 14th VFS was at Napa. They switched sides. No, they were at Maycop. No, I'm right. They were at Maycop. And then last round, Bravo Squadron was at Maycop. They won. So Maycop has won each one of these rounds. We're now back to the OG matchup where 14th is at Maycop and Bravo Squadron is at Napa. Which, given the side that has won each one of the previous 2 rounds, if you're going on airfields, which we did some betting on before we got rid of betting or before there was nobody to take care of it, 14th VFS should win. Given that. But they've got to be aggressive. They've got to rein in their missile or weapon expenditure. That was way too much. Way too many launches, haphazardly at well-defended targets that weren't going to overcommit and find themselves with the fence post up the booty. They just weren't going to. Bravo Squadron seemed to be too disciplined in round 2 to allow that to happen. Here we are in round 3. Tied 1 apiece. Bravo Squadron with the momentum and morale advantage. Bad Ron, hello. Welcome, welcome. We're in round 3. Anybody that's just joining us, round 3, 14th VFS against Bravo Squadron in a best of 3 tied at 1 apiece. We are here in round 3. Saw the Tomcat finally get into the thick of it there in round 2, though it was just a little bit in round 2 because he took down Kraut, who was the last remaining aircraft for 14th VFS. So while he did get a kill, I wouldn't say it was too impactful. But he did get a kill. Did get a kill. So will the Tomcat wake up? Will the kitty bring out its claws? I want to see the AIM-54 make something happen. Bravo should drag 14th to Tomcat. Viable strategy. You have to mask it in a way, though, that it appears that it's not a threatening situation. A veteran team, most of the time, will not commit into a situation like that. So if you can mask the Tomcat somehow from data link, have him go cold, shortly, fly in little circles to hide him from the AWACS, you know, that's definitely a possible scenario. We'll have to see. First time I found this channel, a telephone pole of terror influenced every round. I want to see the kitty making more 65-mile kills. Hopefully. But a 65-mile kill for the Mark 60, man, you got to be at 40,000 feet, like Mach 1.3, 1.4. You can't be doing that at 20,000 feet, Mach 0.8. That's just not going to happen. The missile's not going to climb high enough. It's going to be way too slow. So by the time you get the missile warning, it's going to be like a grandma with her walker trying to run you down. You're going to be able to run away from it all day, every day. So to make a shot like that and be dangerous, and we've seen Alder do this a couple times, you got to come in from altitude and you got to come in with speed. If they're able to do that, the opening round, the Tomcat with its AIM-54 will be dangerous. But in this situation, we just saw Alder launch a couple AIM-54s, 23,000 feet, 417 knots. That will not do it. Sparrowhawk says suborbital Phoenix, baby. That's where you need to be. Get high, get fast. This launching from 20,000 feet from, I don't know how far this is. How far is this? Where is Alder? It's right here. Launching 60-some miles. It's not gonna work. You've got to be higher and you've got to be faster. If you can impart more energy on your weapon, it becomes exponentially more dangerous. But this situation, you can see the missile's not even halfway there. It's not even halfway there. And it's already down to Mach 3. By the time it gets even close, it's going to be at like Mach 2. Mach 2, under Mach 2 as it descends here. And these guys are going to have a super easy time getting away. So this one's at Mocha. The other one is even slower. I mean, look at this thing. Grandma, out for the Sunday stroll, ain't going to do jack diddly. And we'll ride along with it just so you guys can see. 1,100 knots. 1,000 knots. 700. It just doesn't have the go-go to make it work. It can't. It's too slow. Far too slow. 40,000 feet. High Mach numbers. If you guys can make that happen, your enemies will have a bad, bad time. 120 now, up here. Center coming in at, well, it wants to be a satellite. It may be at Ares as it comes down. Flies over Miru. So Ares is back here defending. Here is Ares doing a little bit of a left-hand slide. He better be careful if this missile is indeed still tracking him, and I think it is. He's in this bank turn. Missile's still at Mach 2, and it's flying over him. So doesn't even see him. Ares lives to fight another day. But that was pretty close. He very well may have not have seen that and could have had a bad time. Cookie for 14th VFS pressing down to the south. Mocha pressing down to the south for 14. Mia Pronin launching or diving away from a possible threat. I just saw a missile come off from Ares. Indeed, there it is. And Ares is in the middle of these formations somewhere up here in this 3-ship. That missile's coming up onto Predator. Predator just launched a missile up onto Single Shot. Single Shot is defending. Here's that AMRAAM coming in for Single Shot. And it's not tracking. It's not tracking. So another AIM-54. Mark 60, is this tracking? No. So this AIM-54 is trashed. It's not tracking any opponent, if you will. So lots of long-range missiles being launched, but nothing in good faith that's going to work to anybody's advantage. 120 coming in onto, I don't even know who this is on. It's on Strangers. That's not going to work. All the teams being very, very standoffish at this point. Nobody wanting to suffer the first casualty as this round continues to unfold. Missile from Bravo up onto Ares. Ares is right here, banking away now. Missile is, he's getting caught kind of high. Missile's at Mach 1.5, but is coming into chase now. I don't see it. There it is. 1.3 miles away, and he's going to be A-okay getting away from that one. Predator just launched a missile. Predator is launching onto, where is that? Just trying to get my bearings, ladies and gentlemen, here. So now Bobcat picking up the pace. Or thought about it. Picking up the pace, coming in here. 120 now out from Single Shot. That's going to be tracking Bobcat, but I think he's going to be okay. Running away from it. Here's that 120 as he dives away. Predator now thinking about making something happen against single shot and well, we got a 120 coming in from Kraut onto Predator. Here's that one. It's going to go into the drink. It's going to be close, actually. It's going to be very close. Closing, and Predator makes the right decision to bank away. 120 now out from Ares. Think he's going to be okay there. Marcus for Bravo Squadron now recommitting. He thought about it. Now he banks away. So he's getting the hell out of there in his F-18. He's got 7 120s left on his jet. Now Bobcat launches a 120 onto Ares. Ares is going to have to notch this or split S at 1 mile, half mile, closing, 0.5, and he banks away, and he's going to be able to get away. And I see something happening, so we're going to pause this. Something is happening up to the north. I see a missile out from Predator onto Miru. Here is that missile coming in onto Miru. And Miru, your time, brother, I think is short-lived. 1.8 miles away. Closing. Here is that missile. 1,600 knots. Miru, you better notch this, brother. Closes. Face mile. I think is imminent. Turns in. Miru is gone. Predator with the first kill here in round 3. And that is not a good start for 14th VFS. We're going to stay with Predator, who has 2 missiles left, both AIM-9s. So he feels the AIM-9s are going to be a ticket here, somehow, some way, to make something happen. Coming in on the side of Mocha. Here is Mocha. Predator's on the side. AIM-9 out from Predator. That's going to be tracking Mocha. Here's that missile on split screen. Mocha got a missile off. We don't want to miss this as the missile comes off from Mocha right before he detonates. Where is it? That's going to be on to... Where is it? I think it's on Predator. Yeah, so it's right there. So here's that missile coming down onto Predator. We're going to go to Predator and look for it. It's 1.1 miles behind him. Jumping over to his view. Here we go. So Mocha got this missile off right before he died, and I think it's going to find its mark, and yes, it does. Predator goes down. So Mocha able to get the kill from the grave on the adversary. Bobcat now up here. 120 out from Marcus. Pick up the action with that 120. Is that going to be able to find a mark? It's coming in onto single shot and Ares. Now we've got one coming from Bobcat. Here's the one from Bobcat. And that one, don't know if it's tracking. Can't tell, but Bobcat trying to make something happen. The aggression from Bravo Squadron is real. 2 AIM-9, so Bravo Squadron late in this matchup electing to take AIM-9s, and that one I think is going to find its mark on the single shot. No flares coming from single shot as he banks into it, and goodbye. No, he gets by it. So single shot able to get by the early AIM-9, but AIM-9's got a second one from 0.8 miles, and I don't think he gets away from this one. Doesn't know it's coming, and goodbye, single shot. Bobcat makes something happen. 120 now coming in on Ares as he dives away. Missile's going to be close. It's close. It's somewhere off to his left, but I think he's going to be able to get away from it. And then we have not talked at all about this engagement down to the south. 120 now out from Strangers onto Cookie. We need to take a look at Cookie. Here's Cookie as he drives away from the engagement down to the south. It's 5v3. Cookie, Ares, Kraut remaining for 14th. Bobcat, Marcus, me, opponent, Strangers, and Alder remaining for Bravo Squadron. So Cookie driving away from the 3-ship down to the south that 14th has down there. Now banking back in. Ares is on the other screen. I'm actually going to put all of the... Uh-oh. All of the guys from 14th on here. Who are we missing? Who are we missing? So we got Ares, Cookie, and is that it? Let me pause this. My brain's having a... Oh dear. Right as we paused, Ares just got smashed. What did he get hit by? AIM 54 from Alder. takes Ares' dome off. So Alder, making the Tomcat felt, takes down Ares in this round, which means we're left with Kraut and Cookie. And that's where we're going to pick up Kraut and Cookie. And I didn't see Kraut there because he was underneath something. That's where we're going to pick up. Here we go. Get rid of the overlay because I don't think actually the overlay is working. It aired out. Kraut's got a guy coming in on him from behind. It's going to be Strangers. Cookie trying to drive down to the south onto the two-ship of Mia Pronin and Alder. And then Bobcat and Marcus are just up here. I don't know what they're doing. Kraut, I think, knows where Strangers is at. Kraut coming around behind Strangers. Now breaks off, sees an incoming Bobcat and Marcus from the north. Then we've got an incoming missile onto Cookie. Cookie gets taken down, and again, Kraut is the only one left. Gets a 120 out. That one's going to be onto Bobcat. Up here to the north, Bobcat gets smashed. So Kraut able to take one down, takes down Bobcat, but he is the only one left against a 4-ship of Bravo Squadron combatants coming in, and he has now got a 120 from Marcus. I don't think he gets away from this one. Here it comes, and he does. He does get away from it, but here comes another AIM-9. That is going to be right there. 0.5, 0.2, misses him, so out energies the incoming missile. Another AIM-9 from Marcus. He's not getting away from that one. No flares, no anything, as he takes that unseen facial right in the face. Kraut goes down. Great fight by both of these teams. A little bit more dominant coming from Bravo Squadron. How did that one go? Just seemed to deteriorate early for 14th as Predator got those 2 early kills in 30 seconds. Mocha got him on the board, but it was too little too late. And it was just better positioning and aggression by Bravo Squadron at this point. So Predators right in here gets 2 early kills from Miro and Mocha. There's the 120, turns into that one. No, he notched it. So it should be right here. This is a good shot from Predator onto Miro. And this is a situation where Miro should have notched when he tried to out-energy. Recognized too late, hey, I'm not going to out-energy this 120. I need to notch. Got caught without SA with his pants down and gets ramrodded. So Miro goes down. Predator then finds Mocha on the recommit. And is it the same situation for Mocha? He just didn't see the AIM-9. But he got the 120 off. He was probably looking at his FCR or his HSD. But he got the 120 off, and he was able to track down Predator. But that was too much damage too late. And 14th VFS isn't able to come back after losing those first 2 early pilots. As things continue to go downhill for them, Tomcat finally gets in here, sending the telephone pole towards Ares. Ares gets taken down, and that leaves us with Kraut and Cookie. Cookie gets hit by Mia Pronin 120. Launched so close, he can't do anything about this. 3 miles. Nope. Not unless you're slow enough to immediately get into a notch. He doesn't even have time to do that. He gets smashed, and then Kraut in from the wall of missiles, able to get away from a few of them, but Marcus launches the second AIM-9 and able to take him down. So congratulations to Bravo Squadron over 14th VFS. Best of 3 going the distance in this one, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wait! We still have more. We are going to the second matchup, and we're going to take a 20-minute break. I got to get some food. Got to put some shorts on because I'm a little bit warm down here with the lights and the computer going ham. But 20-minute break. Second matchup is going to be Team Wadafak against Task Force Trident Gold League 4v4. We all love those 4v4 matchups. So that's going to be taking place in 20 minutes or 40 past the hour or 20 till the end. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to SATAL 2021 after that short break. As always, I am your host, Moltar, and I guess the timer was going negative. That's a better timer because I can set it up so we can do a 20-minute timer instead of me waiting on 5 minutes and so on and so forth, because I think that just causes confusion. People don't know when the stream is starting. They're like, what is this guy doing? Just sitting here with a be right back screen or a stream starting screen, and people just, maybe I'm just out here trying to make a cheap buck, or not that anybody would sub to somebody doing that, but you know what I mean. So I went out and got it. That you guys saw me editing on stream while you guys were doing all that or watching. But today, Team Wadafak against Task Force Trident, 4v4 matchup. Got some different aircraft, F-16s, JF-17s, F-14s coming in today's lineup. Let's get started. Jumping into the Super Cup. When we get back, it is Wadafak against Task Force Trident. Here we go.
Like I hit him with a 1-2. Let's go for a ride, bustin' up the gate. I've been gone for too long, sorry for the wait. I'ma set you on fire, I just need the big.
Evidently, the Supercuts still don't like me. Wanted to play the wrong one, or I screwed up somewhere. But Team Wadafak against Task Force Trident. Gold League 4v4. I don't know which way this one's going to go. I think these teams are probably pretty closely matched. I think. Well, let's see who is flying in today's matchup. So Team Wadafak being represented by 33 Turner, Johnny, Enjoy, and Beef. So 3 16s, 1 Tomcat. And then Task Force Trident is 2 Jeffs, 1 Tomcat, 1 16. Kong, Revenge, Animal, and Contrast are representing TFT. So 4v4 may seem like it's a step down from 6v6, but it's not. I'm just going to tell you right now, it's just different. It's not that it's better or worse for pilot skill. It's just different. So it's played in a different way. I've seen many people that fly only in 6v6 try 4v4, and they get smoked. So don't think for a minute that pilots that are worse if they fly in 4v4, because that is just flat out not true. Today's matchup is, I think, going to be interesting. 4v4 is normally more aggressive. They happen faster. Things have a tendency to happen quicker. When I say happen faster, the first one, meaning the rounds don't take as long. And when I say happen quicker, I mean that kills have a tendency to happen more quickly. Like they're back to back to back to back. And once one guy goes down, they all do. So I think it's going to be very interesting to see how long these rounds last. Love Enjoy and his Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer Tomcat. Yeah, the Jeff is a Russian, supposedly Russian engine from a MiG-29, hence its smoke. It's not a smokeless motor. So they are pretty easy to see in comparison to the smokeless motors coming from the NATO jets and the smoke, somewhat less motor of the Su-27 and the J-11. They still do smoke, and they are easier to see. These guys are now taking off. Task Force Trident's Contrast and Animal leading the way here. And then I see Enjoy and his wingman taking off, followed by the trailing 2 ship of 33 Turner and Beef. The option to listen to team comms, not right now, unfortunately. I would like to do that, but a lot of the teams are very hesitant for me to publish their comms. So we are going to have to see how that ends up going down. Why does this not see their camera? That is weird. Is this? That does. There it goes. Sees it now. know why I didn't see that camera. Matchup for this one, airfield matchup, is going to be Tbilisi against Kutaisi. So let's bring up the overlays here and see how everybody's going to get down. Reminder, it is 4v4 Gold League. Revenge, Kong, Contrast, and Animal for Task Force Trident. Enjoy, Beef, 33 Turner, and Johnny for Team Wadafak. TFT is going to be the team out of Tbilisi, and Wadafak is going to be out of Kutaisi. Why are two AWACS on both sides? That is because one is Russian and one is English. So you've got the Russian AWACS and the NATO AWACS for the languages, and for, I think the certain aircraft can only talk to certain AWACS, I think. But I don't know. The more I play DCS, the more I realize I don't know. So these guys are ingressing. But chat, how do you think this round's gonna go? Team Wadafak is very, very aggressive. I mean, think like Badger aggressive. You don't screw with them because they're just gonna come out and bite your face off. The Russian AWACS can't, so you can get, I don't know. I need to stop talking because I have no idea. Supposedly there's a reason that both of them exist in here, but I don't know why. So I don't have an answer for anyone. Unfortunately. Showcase a little bit of the Team Wadafak liveries. I think they kind of look like Wonder Woman. Navy Doc says ST-10 and Phoenix missiles may take the day. Well, Phoenix is on both sides. JF-17 only exists on one side, and that side is TFT. So TFT's definitely going to have the range advantage in this matchup with the ST-10. But they're at a missile disadvantage because they've got 2 PL-5s per jet. However, the 120 has been poo-poo all over the place. It has been terrible. So maybe the PL-5s, this is their time to shine against the all 120 F-16. We even saw in the last round between 14th and Bravo Squadron carrying in AIM-9s over 120s because the 120s after the last patch suck that bad. So PL-5 could get some work done. Make sure everybody's awake. R-27 ET intensifies. The ET is a decent missile, but it's so easy to see that when you expect it, you should be able to get away from it. Now, if you launch on somebody that doesn't see it and they don't maneuver, and you're within parameter for getting a good kill with that missile, they're gonna die. Because they have no idea it's coming. And the ET is fast. That thing is a fast mofo. Yeah, the JF-17 is the most modern. It definitely is. But I think, as Pranav pointed out, there's a lot of info known about the Jeff. There's a lot of info known about the NATO fighters, but not to the level I think that the Jeff is out there. But what do I know again? Chat, correct me if I'm wrong. This is what the area looks like so far. Team Wadafak being a little bit more conservative with their approach than Task Force Trident is. I highly suggest for everyone to check out the links that the bot just posted. Either if you don't have TACView Advanced or you want to check out the standings and pilot rankings, so on and so forth, for match 1 that we've just gotten through for the SATAL season. Check out those links. They're really cool. If MiG-31 becomes module, yeah, I don't know that the maps are big enough for the MiG-31, in all honesty. It's too fast. AIM-54, now out from Enjoy. And who is that one going to be on? Probably, it is a Mark 60. So let's ride it. Here's that Mark 60 coming in from 41,000 feet, 2,100 knots still, diving. It's on contrast. So contrast needs to do something. Contrast is just cruising, and he's not very fast. This could spell disaster, spell death and destruction for contrast. And here it comes. And contrast, ballistic enema all day, every day from Enjoy. And Enjoy is now running away from an AIM-54 that was launched on him. It got decently close, but Rudolph the Red-Nosed Mofo ramrods contrast with the telephone pole, giving Team Wadafak the early round 1 advantage. AIM-120 now out from Beef. Here's that 120. I like the altitude that these weapons are being launched from so far. Well, they're okay. They're medium altitude so far. Nothing fantastic. But 120 flying over top Animal. Animal's, I think, at 17,000 or 7,000 feet. Somewhere down below. I don't see him. So he's going to be okay getting away from that munition. Multiple SC-10s launched from Revenge onto Turner and Johnny. Another AIM-54 out from Enjoy. Enjoy, I'd like to see him get a little bit closer. Second AIM-54 Mark 60 out from Enjoy, probably on Animal and Kong. Animal is the other F-14 for Task Force Trident. Enjoy is the one for Team Wadafak. SD-10s that were launched at Johnny and Turner are not going to pose any type of threat for them. Johnny has since recommitted. Animal just launched an AIM-54 Mark 60. That's going to be coming up towards Johnny. So here's the split screen there. Johnny looks like he sees the launch. Yeah, you can see it on Johnny's screen. You can see the missile plume out there in the distance for that Mark 60. So he launches a 120 onto Animal and then split S's and tries to get the hell out of there. But that AIM-54 is cooking. She is moving. Still burning. Almost Mach 4. Just comes off boost. Trying to run down Johnny. Looks like it lost lock, so Johnny's going to be okay. We can see the missile on Johnny's screen go underneath him. But Johnny's going to be okay getting away from that incoming threat. And Revenge is going to be the sole attacker right now for Task Force Trident. He is much further forward than everybody else. Beef now for Team Wadafak, now recommitting to seeming meet Revenge head on. Beef on the left, Revenge on the right. Beef is low, about co-altitude actually. So 7,000 and 5,000 respectively. Mach 1 for Beef. Mach 0.9 for Revenge. Revenge with the SD-10. Beef with the 120. Beef, I think, needs to be a little more aggressive in his defense. Mach 0.9. Is he going to be able to line of sight this? It's flying through the canyon. Beef now bank turning. Line of sights it. So both these guys are going to be okay getting away from that. Looks like Beef is now recommitting in onto Revenge, who's now 9 miles away. Revenge coming up over the top. Recommitting back in onto Beef and Enjoy. Another 2 AIM-54s out from Enjoy. So we're going to go to triple screen here so we can track all the action. 120 now out from Beef on Enjoy, and here it comes. Is he going to get away from it? Revenge? I don't think so. It's closing, and he gets slammed by the incoming 120. AIM-54 coming on to Kong. Kong flying still headlong into this thing. Waits to get an SD-10 off. AIM-54 wants him. Closing. Closing. Does it still see him? No, it lost track. So Beef with the kill against Revenge. Revenge tried to get the PL5 off. Didn't work. Gets slammed by the 120. Here's Beef now trying to run down Animal, who's down here to the south. Put Animal on the other screen. Beef has 2 120s left. Launches a 120 on Animal from 7 miles. And then behind Beef, we have Kong. So we've got a train of different aircraft, and Animal's actually committing back into this missile. 1.5 miles is going to be able to pull up into him. Oh, it's skimming the ground. Animal makes a big mistake, turns back into that 120, and he gets hammered. So now it's Beef against Kong. Missile out from Kong. It's an ST-10 trying to run down Beef. And Kong now has an AIM-54 coming from behind him. Can we see it? It's on his right. I don't see it yet. Now there's a lot of stuff behind him. So lots of stuff coming for Kong. 120 within 2 miles. Lots of stuff above him. AIM-54 got line of sighted or driven into the ground. But Kong is all by himself. The only combatant left alive is Kong here. Enjoy looks like he may be the man to run him down. 120 now. Out from Johnny. And Kong is seeming to recommit into this 120. I don't think he knows it's coming. He's in the bank turn. Missile's 1.5 miles away. Incoming unseen face mile. And no, he gets away from that. No, he doesn't. That one just came out, thought he got away from it, and it did the jive and popped him. Thought he got away from it, but didn't. Jumped out of the bushes, said, "Come here, you," and smacked him. So, unblemished round 1 for Team Wadafak. Unblemished. Here's what that round looked like. Contrast issue here was he was too slow and too high that close to a Tomcat. You cannot be this slow when you're this high. You have got to be fast if you're going to be this high against a Tomcat. Otherwise, bend over because you're taking it up the rear end, and Contrast does just that. Couple ST-10s off of Revenge onto Johnny and Turner. Those don't connect. Beef now takes the match on his shoulders, connects against Revenge. Revenge tries to get a PL5 off. That is not going to work from that distance. Smack goes the 120 into Revenge's face. Beef now tries to run down Animal and eventually is able to do so as Animal commits back into a missile. Unable to get into the perfect notch. He would have been better off continuing to fly and out-energy that threat while line of sighting the emitting aircraft, but commits back into it, gets slammed by the slammer, and then it's down to Kong. And Kong hung out to dry, 4v1. The lone man on the couch. Team Wadafak being the guys behind it. Kong can do nothing but succumb to the incoming threat that Team Wadafak brought to the table. That ends us with round 1. We are on to round 2. Team Wadafak against Task Force Trident in this Gold League 4v4 matchup. Team Wadafak is up 1-0. Trident. And that did not go well for Task Force Trident there in round 1. That did not go well for Task Force Trident at all. In fact, it probably couldn't have gone any worse. Unblemished. No losses for Team Wadafak. Beef with 2 kills. Enjoy with 1, opening with the Tomcat, and then Turner got taken down. Things started really to unravel there for Task Force Trident when Contrast got slammed by the telephone pole, the AIM-54 Mark 60. Got caught with his pants down, too high, too slow, and unable to react. He was reacting to the missile warning. And if you're going to do that, and you're not going to get ahead of your jet, you're going to have a bad time. You're going to have a very bad time. And that's exactly what happened to Contrast. And following that, the rest of the Task Force Trident team. So Task Force Trident just seemed to not have their essay about them. I think that round could have gone differently, but they just allowed Team Wadafak to get in close and get the kills. I just saw one of the guys for Task Force Trident DC. So not sure what happened there. We're going to reset the stream here in a moment. Not the stream, the overlay in a moment. So there's one. So we're just waiting. It's Animal. Is there another one somewhere over here? So Contrast is rolling. Revenge is rolling. Animal is not rolling. So we're waiting on Kong. I don't see Kong having reconnected yet, so Animal is probably waiting for Kong. We can see him over there in the F-14. Maybe he had to reconnect. I'm not entirely sure. But Contrast and Revenge are departing from Kataisi. Team Wadafak will be departing from Tbilisi. Here's Rudolph, the red-nosed Movo of Enjoy, departing Tbilisi. I still don't see Kong having reconnected yet. So let's take a look at the F-10 map. Johnny and Enjoy have departed for Team Wadafak. Beef and Turner are still on the airfield. And then I see Revenge and Contrast having departed. There is Kong. So Kong has reslotted in a JF-17. He is now spooling up. Reset the overlay. So it's not having any problems. There's the overlay. It's been reset. So with the overlay, you have to reset it after everyone is joined, otherwise they'll show as dead or they won't show up at all. So that's what I was waiting around for. But these guys have reslotted. So this should be a 4v4 here in round 2. Task Force Trident against Team Wadafak. Here, Kataisi against Tbilisi. Team Wadafak leads 1-0 after a commanding victory in round 1. The warhead of the Phoenix was made to take down airframes like the Tu-22 and the Tu-16. It brings the big load. Wink, wink. That it does. When she hits hard. And a lot of times, most of the time, you do not get up. Animal and Kong taxiing here at Kataisi. They need to get on their horse and get into the fights. I'm worried about how this is going to go. Task Force Trident needs to get in the bubble and be patient. Do not be overly aggressive. If they're over-aggressive, it will be 4-on-2. And that is never a combat situation you want to go into. Being outnumbered is the easiest way to go home in a body bag. So Contrast And Contrast and Revenge need to recognize that and not be overly aggressive. Also, they need to be wary of where Enjoy and the Tomcat is for Team Wadafak. Aim 54, now out from Enjoy. It's a Mark 60. I love all the Mark 60s from Enjoy. I think that's how you do it. Don't take the piddly C variant to the Mark 47. It's not worth it. Mark 60 every day of the week, every week of the year. No question. But Mark 60 out from Enjoy. We're going to ride along with it because the last one was so effective. 2,500 knots, 41,000 feet as it closes on the two-ship of Revenge and Contrast. Kong has still not taken off. He's still on the ground. Animal's probably going to be departing here momentarily. Looks like he's rolling or just finalizing getting on the runway. I think he's rolling. I think he's taken off. So Animal in the F-14 is going to be coming in behind Contrast and Revenge. Yeah, he is leaving. And Kong is going to be the trailer in his JF-17. The Mark 60, 35,000 feet, Mach 2.5. It lost track. It's not tracking anybody. Here's Animal on departure. From Kataisi, gear up. 4 Mark 60s on the belly of his, or 6, excuse me, on the belly of his jet. And yeah, the Mark 60's not tracking anybody. I can put it on split screen, but it's not going to where it needs to go. Tanks just came off from Enjoy. He's launched 1 Phoenix so far. I like that Contrast and Revenge are being patient. I really like that. Here's the look over the top. Enjoy to the north, Beef in the middle. Johnny to the south and Turner behind for Team Wadafak. And Contrast and Revenge are the only two so far in the bubble for Task Force Trident, followed by Animal and Kong. $120 now out from Revenge. Sorry, it's an SD-10 from his Jeff. So here's that SD-10. The SD-10 is a very short burn time, but when it gets to altitude, it is a very potent missile. It maintains its energy in DCS very, very well. This SD-10 is coming in onto Johnny in his F-16. 120 off from Beef onto Contrast. Beef pressing onto Contrast, now diving. Go to split screen. SD-10 is tracking Johnny. Mach 1.8 and decelerating. 120 from Contrast onto Beef. Beef put a 120 onto Contrast as well. Beef still running. SD-10 on Johnny. Meanwhile, is down to Mach 1.3. I don't think he's under any threat. Here's Johnny as he runs away in his F-16, still with 6 sticks on his jet. I'd like to see Team Wadafak be a little bit more aggressive here. They have the advantage. I don't know that they know they have the advantage, but they've got a 2-ship advantage in this one. Contrast running from Beef's 120. Needs to recognize that that thing's out of energy. Just because it's lighting them up with its onboard radar does not necessarily mean it's a threat. Beef now recommitting with Enjoy behind him. So there's Enjoy high and behind at his 7 o'clock. Coming on to Contrast. Revenge, the Southern JF-17 for Task Force Trident, is currently egressing, much like Contrast, away from Bullseye. Looks like they're going back to regroup with Animal in the F-14 at 35,000 feet, Mach 1. So Animal is going to be here, just entered the bubble. Rejoining the other two from his team, Contrast and Revenge. We're still missing Kong and his JF-17. So Beef and Enjoy continuing to press here. I like the aggression. They need to be faster. Beef needs to get it going. Jettison that center line. Be more streamlined. Climb. Get the speed up and make something happen, but he may be realizing in getting nails, hey, I'm getting nails from the F-14. I need to turn around. I want nothing to do with that. And we can see the F-14 marking up there. That's going to be Animal out in the distance. So Animal in at 38,000 feet over Mach 1. I love the altitude from Animal. He could be faster. He could be faster. I'd like to see him in gate. But this altitude, I think, is going to be critical in getting Task Force Trident on the board. 38,000 feet. Now he's decelerating. Keep the speed up. Don't slow down. Why? Use that speed. You can use it to defend. You can use it for your weapons. Don't slow down. Beef is now recommitted. We're picking him up as he's lost the nails from Animal. Launches a 120. That looks like it's going to be on Animal. And if that's on Animal, if Animal defends incorrectly, he's going to have a bad time. So here's Beef, and I'm going to put the missile from Beef up. And it was actually, I don't know where that went. Are these synced up? Yeah, they are. So here's the missile from Animal climbing to meet, or from Beef climbing to meet Animal, and Animal, don't dive! You're solving the geometry for the missile, and he comes in late and gets hammered. Oh no! So they waited for these guys to come in, and it all amounts to Animal coming in late and Beef bending him over the couch and taking him down. Oh no. So Beef gets the first kill. Now we've got an AIM 54 off from Enjoy. That's going to be onto Kong. I actually really like that missile because it forces Kong onto the defensive. Let's pick up with Kong now. Here he is, just getting into the bubble. Animal got plowed by the AMRAAM from Beef. That was a great shot. Great shot. And Beef is doing a little bit of a regroup. Needs to be wary that Revenge is out here. Here's Revenge. He's got 2 SD-10s and 2 PL-5s remaining on his jet. He's behind Beef. Beef's going to be over to his right. Johnny coming in from 13,000 feet, launching on Revenge. Johnny is probably 7 or 8 miles behind. Kong launching multiple SD-10s from his JF-17. At range, 31,000 feet. Not bad launches. Contrast also with the 120. Turner launches a 120. Can't tell who that one's on yet. But lead 120 looks like it's going to be on to Johnny. Johnny having to defend for Team Wadafak. The 2 SD-10s from Kong are under Mach 2 now as they fly over top Revenge and Contrast. Beef now recommitting. And remember, Beef got the early kill against Animal. Beef has 3 missiles remaining. He's jettisoned that tank. AIM 54 now out from Enjoy. Here's how things look so far. So Beef in the top right, or top left. Johnny on the top right, and the missile on the bottom left. Beef coming in against Contrast. Contrast doesn't look like he knows he's there. Missile out from Beef, missile out from Contrast, but Contrast not defending, just trying to follow the missile, tries to line of sight it, but not able to, and he gets taken down. And I see on TAC view Kong. So Johnny was able to take down Revenge. Where did that go down? Johnny able to take down Revenge down to the south. We missed that one. Right there, simultaneous to the kill with Beef on contrast. And now we've got this AIM 54 hanging around Kong. And I don't see Kong. I don't see the missile. There it is. So there's the missile coming in onto Kong. I don't think it's very fast. Mach 1.2, so we should be okay, I think. But another route being put into the works here from Team Wadafak. The missile loses track. Kong, the last of the enter the bubble, is the last man standing for Task Force Trident. Kong recommitting. He's got 4 sticks left, 2 SD-10s and 2 PL-5s. Beef is committed into it. Beef already has 2 kills. Johnny has 1. SD-10 off from Kong. That's going to be on to Beef. Beef responds with a 120 of his own. And these guys are both defending. SD-10's going to have a bit of more juice than the 120. Beef trying to notch it. Line of sights it. It flies into the ground. The 120 onto Kong. He doesn't have it. A perfect 90. Is it enough? Yes. It flies over. Beef recommits. Kong recommits. And these guys are head-to-head. Both launch missiles. It's a PL-5 against a 120. 120's going to win virtually every time. If that was an SD-10, oh my gosh! That thing flew right behind Beef's aircraft. That was a lot closer than I thought it was going to. That came within mere feet of taking Beef down, and Beef was almost what's for dinner. But it doesn't matter because Team Wadafak take it in 2 rounds. Again, no losses. No losses for Team Wadafak in this one. Beef annihilated his opposition there. 3 kills. And yes, he got very lucky at the end against that PL-5. But sometimes luck is what keeps you in it. Early kill, Beef from 5,000 onto Animal at 34. An Animal, if he was faster, could have gotten away from this. But Mach 0.8, you ain't getting away from anything being that high and being that slow. Animal gets taken down. First casualty for Task Force Trident. Beef takes him. Then we move into the Contrast Revenge kill. Johnny taking down Revenge. Beef simultaneously taking down Contrast. And the positioning from Team Wadafak is just far superior to what we're seeing out of Team Task Force Trident. Kong gets pushed and kept at bay by the AIM 54. Great use of the Tomcat by Enjoy. Even though he's not getting kills, he's separating the team. I love that. And then it's all one-on-one. Kong on Beef. They do a great job of defeating these incoming threats on one another. But Kong, instead of firing an SD-10, and I don't know if this was intentional or not, I don't know. Almost gets him with the PL-5, but it wouldn't have mattered because Team Wadafak would have had 3 aircraft remaining still, and that's it. Why would you ever bring an F-14A? Is Enjoy in an F-14A? No, he's in a B. I don't know why you'd bring an A. A, I think, has a little bit more power, maybe? I don't know. I don't know why you do that. That's a good question, Fetus. Oh, he was? Interesting. I don't know why. I don't think they're that different, but I have no idea. That brings us to the end, ladies and gentlemen, of another SATAL matchup. First match was 14th against Bravo Squadron, followed by Team Wadafak against Task Force Trident. We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's match is going to be Blue Oyster Boys against CETAV. And then Thursday's match is going to be VTAF against ECV 56. So tomorrow, Silver League. Thursday, Gold League. That is how we're shaping up. Those are the matches coming in the future. If you haven't followed us on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, all that stuff, go ahead and do so. Make sure you don't miss any of that awesome content. We post all of these on YouTube 24 hours or so after the stream. Sometimes I get lazy or I forget and I don't post them immediately. But they do get posted along with the supercuts, the skin showcases, and anything else we deem necessary goes up there. And all of the announcements and stuff, I try and put them up onto Twitter 20 minutes before stream time. So that brings us to the end of yet another SATAL stream, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all enjoyed it. I know I did, bringing it to you. But I will see you all tomorrow, 1600 Zulu, for another SATAL matchup. Silver League 4v4. They're always fun to watch. But until then, stay safe in those virtual skies, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.